Everybody in the crowd, did you come to have fun on a Friday afternoon at Agribition? We did, and we're only moments away from the Ranch Rodeo. We had the inaugural event, the Ranch Horse Competition this morning. We'll kind of update you as we get into the event and as we are going. We're going to see a multitude of events here today. Tabulations after each event. At the end of the day, most points will be your Ranch Rodeo champion. We're moments away. I hope you're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 Canadian Western Agribition Ranch Rodeo. We're going to bring in all 12 teams for your visual appreciation and fill this arena with some of the finest horses on the planet Earth. First team today from the Cadillac country, we have the Flying W Ranch. They'll be led in by Chad LeGros, Cadillac, Saskatchewan rancher, also manages the Scotsguard Co-op. John Tebow, a legendary pasture manager from the South Country. He's retired now, just enjoying the cowboy world. Jared Girardat, purebred Simmental breeder from Shaunavon, Saskatchewan, and Clint Christensen, one of the most renowned horse trainers, cutting horse exhibitors in the history of our nation. They are the Flying W Ranch. Where's their cheering section out there on a beautiful Friday? Oh, we knew you'd be out there. Let's go to the team that has absolutely been on a roll. We're talking about the Gunther Ranch, led in by team captain and mom, Cheryl Gunther, Lanigan, Saskatchewan. Her daughter, Amber Seibold. She's a phys ed teacher at Wadena Composite. Ashley Gunther from Lanigan again, part of the great Gunther team. And Mallory Gunther, here's the lady that rode in the ranch horse competition this morning. These ladies have won the last 3 ranch rodeos they have been entered in. We're talking Saskatoon, Sheo, and Yorkton. Put them on your schedule to be hard to beat today. We're going to go to team number 3, J.K. Ranching. Jeremy Filkey, Rossburn, Manitoba, and his squad of hens. Kevin Taylor from the Twisted Tea Cattle Company. Jason Zook from the Running Bars Ed Ranch. And horse trainer extraordinaire and cowboy, Mr. Roger Dunham. Ladies and gentlemen, they are J.K. Ranching. Team number 4, the Rocking Sea Ranch, led in by Colton Abrahamson. Oh, they do have fans, and there's his dad, Rod Abrahamson, here for Dorchuk and Justin Holdenuck. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockin' Sea, and I think they might go down with the loudest, rowdiest fan base at Canadian Agribition. Yeah. Team number 5, Lost Creek Livestock, led by the husband and wife team, Craig and Aaliyah Wogamuth. They manage the pasture at Nokomis, and they have been in this arena before. Tough competitors, K.O. Taves, the Eagle Hill Grazing Co-op manager, and Corey Weeb from Neilbert, Saskatchewan. They are the Lost Creek Livestock. They're wearing team number 5 today. Here is N4 Ranch. We're talking Devin Dirk Neal, Lawrence the Buzz Garrow, Adam Thiessen, and the big boy, Riley Isaacson. The N4 Ranch, always a team to deal with. Boy, it's almost time for the flash cubes. We get $1 million worth of horses lined up out in the arena. It's as pretty as we can make it on a Friday afternoon. Team 7, the V-Over Triangle, led in by Buddy Browse, Sheho, Saskatchewan. Here's a man that has sold more of the high-selling horses at horse sales across our country than maybe anybody else. We'll go to Wildrew Lang. Oh, yeah, Wildrew always backs a fan base with him. Kelsey Bernier, my favorite competitor. Kelsey, a school teacher. She's growing up riding and training horses. And her husband, Braden Bernier, he's the man that competed in the ranch horse competition this morning. He's as pretty on the back of the saddle horse as you can make somebody ride and look graceful. Well, the next team represents one of the oldest standing ranches in Saskatchewan. It's Woodlands Ranching, led in by team captain Wyatt Catley, his brother Bo Catley. They've been on the family ranch since the 1880s. Their nephew Ty Catley and their good friend Mr. Scott Lees. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the team that after the ranch horse competition leads the rodeo at this juncture. Wyatt won that event a little bit earlier. We're going to the Maple Creek country. The young man's name is Sean Kramer. Their family been ranching in the Hatton Hills northwest of Maple Creek since the dirty 30s. When other people left in the drought, they pitted in and run an empire. His friend, the strong Ryan Wakelam, northeast of Maple Creek as well. They've been on that ranch since 1914. Lindsey Harrigan. This might be the most athletically built cowboy in today's rodeo. Here's a gentleman, if he was a football player, he'd be running back, quarterback, linebacker, wherever you would want to put him. Tim Hecker. Here's a gentleman on the buckskin horse. He's a carpenter, a cowboy, a rancher, a farmer. He can do it. He can handle it. They are the Maple Creek contingent today, the FA7. Team number 10. We're going to Watrous, Saskatchewan for Brad Cage. Well, yeah, everybody likes the Hollywood good looks of Brad Taves. Calvin Bartel. Bronk Taves. Bronk's a 15-year-old that rode in the ranch horse competition already. And ladies and gentlemen, the youngest competitor in today's event, Cash Talentire from Earl Grey, Saskatchewan. He is 13 years of age. He's a veteran high school rodeo competitor. He's growing up in the ranching traditions. We're going to introduce you now to the reigning Agribition Ranch Rodeo champions, the Mankato Stockman Way Company, led in by the Galway Breeder of the Year, Mr. Ross Davidson. Here's a man there is Sean Williamson from Val-Marie, Saskatchewan. That cowboy rode in a ranch horse. He's one of the most decorated tie-down ropers ever in the province of Saskatchewan. Luke Ellingston, a rodeo pickup man, a man that rode bulls at the highest levels in the world on this ranch rodeo team. He's got some scores to settle later on when we get into the wild cow milking. And Jimmy Swanson, Mankato rancher, that, with his family, they do it cowboy tough. They're the champions, the reigning champions. Lot number 11, the Mankato Stockman's Way Company. Well, we have 12 teams in the event this year. I want to tell you another cool event. Here's a father and his sons. You've already met the lady family team. Here's the men from Shaunavon, Saskatchewan. Curtis Jacob from Cattle Coulee Ranch. His son, Dawson Jacob. Walker Jacob. And the young gun, Brant Jacob. He's in grade 11. Ladies and gentlemen, that is team number 12. Here's the team that won their hometown ranch rodeo at Shaunavon this year. How cool was that to have a family ride together, rodeo together, and win it as a family. Ladies and gentlemen, break out your flash cubes. That's as pretty as we can make it on a Friday at Agribition. You know, one thing about an event like this, maybe the most important part, yes, we celebrate our horse culture. Yes, we celebrate the ranching way of life and the cowboy world. But one of the real bonuses of this is, without a doubt, the friends that you make. And we would like you to please remove hats and join with us in celebrating a man who was such a solid part of ranch rodeo in our province. We're talking about Cliff O'Brien. Friday, November the 17th, Cliff passed away. He was the team captain of the Pilsner Pirates, and there isn't a person out here in the rodeo arena that didn't enjoy a visit with Cliff. He was a friend to everybody, And he certainly had that Irish twinkle in his eye. He just made life fun. Ladies and gentlemen, one moment for our friend, Cliff O'Brien.
I guess that's just the cowboy in me. I got a life that most would love to have, but sometimes I still wake up fighting mad. And where this road I'm heading down might lead, I guess that's just the cowboy in me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee you Cliff's watching today. You know, you could live anywhere in the world, and I don't think you could do better than being a Canadian. We are so lucky. Look at the people beside you in the crowd. Look at the people across the arena. They're nice people. They're good people. And some of the traditions that made us such a proud and honest set of people is the ranching way of life. I would like you to please rise, remove hat cover, and we will join Janet Cradaville as she presents to us the song of this nation, the flag colors, yes, Miss Rodeo Canada, Mackenzie Skeels, and Miss Rodeo Agribition, Ariana Dick.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, all true, all strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Nanette's a beautiful lady, and the singing voice, maybe even more so. How about we color out the rodeo teams and get ready to rumble? Ranch Rodeo coming to you. First event of the day will be the wild horse race. There'll be two members of your team involved. One gets the horse turned out the other side of the arena, bring it back. The other person saddles the horse, goes down, ropes one by the head, then they will call time. And again, each event throughout the rodeo will count to a max of 10 points, 9, 8, 7, 6, and the final three teams will get 1 point. If you do have an event where you do not qualify, do not get a time, you'll take a big 0 into the next round. Well, first team to go will be the V Over Triangle Ranch and the Rocking Sea Ranch and the Gunther Ranch. Team number 7, 4, and 2. Our rodeo judges today. Here's Bill Hall, Craven, Saskatchewan. Boy, if you've been to Western Agribition over the half century, you've seen Bill, you know him, we all love him. There's a man that calls it the way it is. In the whole century, they say, yeah. And Mr. Devin Robertson, a Finlater, Saskatchewan cowboy and a rancher, the ventricle part of the Finlater Ranch Rodeo that was so successful for so many years. These gentlemen have been there, seen it, and done it. They're adjudicating our championships as we go today. 3 teams going to go here. 3 teams will be going in the first event at one time. The Be-Over Triangle, Rocking Sea, and the Gunther Ranch. First place in the rodeo thus far with a extraordinary 306.5 score in the ranch horse competition is Woodlands Ranching. They'll have 10 points on the board already. Close behind him was the Flying W Ranch. Clint Christensen was a 304, and then move on down. We've had some excellent competition this morning. Some say the best in recent memory. We're going to add to that throughout the day. How about we make this the most exciting ranch rodeo in Agribition history? You can feel it coming on. Now, if you want chills, thrills, spills, and excitement, very probably you'll go to the rodeo tonight. If you're looking for some people that can show some subtleties, some nuances, and get you to understand a little bit about the flight zone of cattle and the mastery of the horse culture of our riders and horses, you're at the right place today. Going to be a wee bit slower paced, but darn sure it is going to be a fun-filled experience. And again, the ladies in green, the Gunther Ranch, team number 2. Boy, this summer they have been unbeatable. Right first off in the spring, they won the ranch rodeo in Saskatoon at the Jack Auction horse sale. Later on, they won the Shio Ranch Rodeo, and they were the big winners at Yorkton at that fabulous exhibition there not that long ago. This family all compete on horses they raise and train themselves. In fact, every horse in their string are half sisters, all out of their home stud. Now, all 3 people turn their horses loose at the far end of the arena. We'll try to get them settled in down there. Then you kind of race up, catch them, and you might be surprised at some of these gentle, solid broke horses when they see some horses thunder down to them, what they just might shy, sky, or what's going to happen. You never quite really do know. Here we come. Race down. Get him caught. Dad is on the number 4 team. Dad's doing the kitchen. Pardon me, the Rocking Sea Ranch team. The Gunthers have their horse back. Braden Bernier coming in with his horse in the middle. Boy, this is going to be close. Now, when you go to saddle them up, yeah, you're going to do that fairly rapidly, but you better make sure that everything is hitched up and done proper, because when they turn you loose, you're going to go down the arena, put a head catch on a steer down there. If you don't have it quite right, well, you don't want your saddle slipping when it gets under a jerk and a pull. Not only that, sometimes you sure hope they have their horses warmed up, relaxed, and ready, because you never know. They might just say, I didn't expect this. Jump, kick, snort, give you a little bit of trouble. You notice that their catchers have left the arena. Now they're all on their own. Catch as catch can. Get saddled up, get ready, then go put your rope on a yearling, and then our esteemed rodeo judges will stop the clock for them. It's a timed event. We'll be timing these separate heats. Fast time will be your winner. Well, I recognize well, there you go. And not a way to start your quest for 4 back-to-back championships. Colton Abrahamson from the Rocking Sea Ranch, team number 4. Boy, his horse placed right up there in the French horse competition. Team number 7, the V over triangle, that's Wildrew Lang doing the roping out there. Titan, Wildrew is actually riding his daughter's horse. There you go. Yeah. You notice how they'll keep their cattle tethered and nice and gentle so we don't have any ranch injuries out there. It's amazing. You get different parts moving in different directions. What might and could happen. This is the first heat of the second event in the Ranch Rodeo, the Wild Horse Race. We had the Ranch Horse competition this morning. There you go. Well, there's heat number 1 for you. The Gunther Ranch, boy, did they ever lay down the gauntlet there. 1:55.4 to take the lead after the first event. The Rocking Sea Ranch, nice time, 3:01.9. And the V over triangle, 3:39.4. So going into the second heat, the Gunther Ranch, 1:55.4. Nice job. Well, we're going to do it all over again. Second squads to go will be team number 9, the FA7 Ranch from Maple Creek, Saskatchewan. Team number 3, JK Ranching. And team number 6, the N4 Ranch. Wonder if anybody would have an estimate of, when we had that arena full of horses at the start of the rodeo, how many dollars in horses were actually out there? It'd kind of be mind-blowing. I'm sure there was some horses there. If you went to the gentleman or lady and said, I'll give you $30,000 for your horse, well, they might say thank you, but not for sale. And there's some, if you give $3,000 for it, they might say okay. But overall, the value of a good solid ranch horse is really astronomically went higher over the last few years. The JK Ranching team, number 3, the contenders with the purple shirts. That's Jeremy Pilkey down doing the roping for JK. Sean Kramer, not his first rodeo for Maple Creek. He went to see if he could just kind of set that rope over top of the horse's head. Well, we get to the big cities, sometimes just not all the same. You know, there is one pretty phenomenal statistic. You see that roan horse of Kevin Taylor's that they're just saddling up now from the JK Ranching. That horse is 29 years old. It will go down now as the oldest competitive horse in the history of ranch rodeo in Agribition. Super, super solid ranch horse. What an amazing career. And they're getting, there comes Sean on Hi-Ho Silver. This is heat number 2, the wild horse race. We'll have cattle mugging, team doctoring, team sorting, team branding, and wild cow milking throughout the afternoon. How about that, the 29-year-old horse? Riley Isaacson for F4. There's Riley. The FA7 Maple Creek Cowboys. That's Lindsay Harrigan. Their ranch goes from the historic Sand Hills north of number 1 highway right down into the beautiful, beautiful Cypress Hills south of Maple Creek. Interesting enough, when you get to the Cypress Hills, it is the highest elevation between eastern Canada and the Rocky Mountains, about the same elevation as Banff National Park. There you go. How'd you like heat number 2 in the wild horse race? JK Ranching take the overall lead with a time of 1:48.2. The N4 Ranch slide into 3rd place with a time of 2:22.8. And FA7 are in with a time of 3:10.1. That was heat number 2. Third heat here is going to feature the Hammock Springs Ranch, their team number 10 in your program. Lost Creek Livestock, team number 5, and the Woodland Ranching, team number 8. Of course, that's the Catley family, who are on one of the oldest ranches in the history of Saskatchewan. That family established their ranch 6 generations ago in the 1880s. They actually lead the rodeo at this juncture because Wyatt Catley won the ranch horse competition this morning. So at this point in the rodeo, they are ranked number 1. We're going to tabulate their scores throughout each and every event throughout the day. Come up with your overall champion at the end. Hammock Springs Ranch, team number 10. Lost Creek Livestock, team number 5. Gently lead our horses. Scott Lees will be the catchman for Woodlands Ranching. Bronk Taves, 15-year-old contestant, will be the horse catcher for Hummock Springs Ranch. Brings his horse back for Dad to get riding on. Craig Wolgemuth saddling up. The team in blue. You know, a lot of the horses this year are seasoned veteran ranch horses. You can find a lot of pretty well-trained horses, but to find a well-bred, well-trained horse that is seasoned and a finished ranch horse, well, they are indeed a special commodity, and we're looking at a lot of those in our competition today. The Woodlands horse, over a decade. The Wolgemuth horse, over a decade. Brad Taves is riding Sam, 11-year-old. Craig has already caught his, is on a 10-year-old mare, quarter horse. And Tucker, the Woodlands horse for team number 8, Wyatt Catley, is 15 years old. Solid veteran horse. That's the horse that won the ranch horse competition. Get in front of about 2,500 people, the pressure does get on a little bit when you go to throw the loop. I would expect. When you're 20 miles from nowhere and nobody's around to watch, it never misses. Nice loop, good job. Lost Creek Livestock's time was 2 minutes and 8.4. That puts them into third place. That is a no time for the Woodlands Ranching. They'll get no points out of this. And as they were leading the rodeo up till now, that will be huge throughout towards the end when we name our overall champion. Lost Creek Livestock slid into third place with a 2-minute and 8. Hummock's time was 3:09.27. 3:09.2. That'll put him into sixth place. We're going to go to the final heat in the wild horse race. It'll feature the reigning Agribition champion, Mancoda Stockman Way Company. They're the team number 9. The Flying W Ranch, team number 1. And Cattle Cooley, the father and son team, team number 12. Chad LeGros from the Flying W. They'll turn out his solid buckskin mare he calls Angel. Go down, rope that, bring it back to him. Jared out. Riding Mitch, we'll go down to bring back the buckskin horse. Sean Williamson will be riding to catch the bay horse of Luke Ellingston for the Mancoda Stockmans. Bay horse is an all-round horse for that family. Didn't take long for the Team 11 got their horse down. Luke getting saddled up, ready to go. Cattle Cooley Ranch. Final heat in the wild horse race. First place thus far, JK Ranching with 1:48.2. Chad LeGros mounted up and headed out. So is Luke Ellingston. There's Chad. Flying W Ranch. Team number 1 to your program, their time is 2:29.9. The Cattle Coulee Ranch, 2:49.9. We are awaiting clarification on the Mancoda Stockman Way Company. As we await clarification, we'll get you set up for the next event, the Ranch Rodeo. This will be the double mugging. Stray gathering, 4-man team. First team will be team number 12, the Cattle Coulee Ranch. Just hold on, they're going to wait till they have clarification. We're going to head and heel the cattle in the arena. All 4 members will be involved. 4 head loops max or disqualification on each one. 3 heel loops max. And you can't stretch out a high hawk. A high hawk would be a catch above the knee. The reason they won't let you stretch the rope out, that could hurt them. You get it lower than that, that's no problem. We're going to lay these cattle down at their side and then tie the 2 front legs together and the 2 back legs together. Time will stop when both yearlings have been tied down and team members step away. So this is the family from Shaunavon, Saskatchewan that won their own hometown rodeo. That's the Cattle Coulee Ranch. Of course, Dad, team captain Curtis Jacob, is the man that owns the ranch. His sons, Dawson is the oldest of the boys. He's 3rd year of electrical engineering. Walker, that's the gentleman on the bay horse that we seen in the ranch horse competition this morning. And the youngster, Brant's in grade 11. Head catch, heel catch, lay them on their side. Tie the front feet together, the back feet together. When you step away, they'll drop the clock. Mancoda Stockman did have a qualified time. That head loop that went over the top and caught the heels qualifies in a good time, too, of 2:02.5. 2:02.9 will be their official time, and that'll put them well up on the scoreboard. There's his picking string. Couple wraps through the middle and then a half hitch. They'll stay there. Another half hitch drawn back through. Be a bit of a spooky thing if you rode in there, got them caught, then forgot to have brought your picking string with you. But they all had them. One team down, just waiting on the young guns. There you go. Hey, that's double mugging from the Cattle Coulee, team number 12. Their time, 2 minutes and 48:19. 2 minutes, 48:19. How'd you like that one? There's some skills involved out there, isn't there? You know, we're lucky we live in the horse culture that the ranching community does. Lots of ways to skin a cat, so to speak. Lots of ways to handle cattle. But the tried and tested, done on the back of a saddle horse, still remains the most efficient, gentle on the livestock, and flat out, the people that do it love it. It's the horse culture. Next team to go will be the Hummock Springs Ranch. There are team number 10 on your program. Hummock Springs Ranch, Brad Taves from Watrous, Saskatchewan. Calvin Bartel of Drake, Saskatchewan. Young Bronc Taves, 15 years old, and the youngest competitor in the competition, riding the gray horse. It's actually a Percher and quarter horse cross. Cash Talentire from Earl Grey, Saskatchewan. Cattle Coulee Ranch, 2:48.1. J.K. Ranching with a time of 1:48. We'll have the 10-point title in the wild horse race. Second place in 9 with a 1:55.4 to the Gunther Ranch. Smooth roping right there from team number 10. The youngest competitor in the rodeo puts it on. A little bit of a unique and different strategy than you've seen in the first event. They elect to leave the Cowboys mounted of the third contestant, slide in, do the tie-in, then he'll jump up, and then they'll go tackle the next one. Of course, quite obvious, once you have him tied down and tied there, you can do whatever needs to be done. Might even be go for the stock trailer and get them loaded up and take them home. That wouldn't have been the case in 1880. Shortening up his dally, Mr. Talentire. So he gets a little bit more control on the animal to just spin it around and display some heels to get him caught. Look at that again. Shortening up his dally again. Cash Talentire. Brad Taves' dad. Look at look at that nice trap. Well, now that's what you call playing on lucky. Through a beautiful loop, circled both legs, and somehow slipped in and out of it. That'll be a no time. We're timed out for the Hunvick Springs Ranch. They'll get no points in this event. Let's go to the FA7. How about it up there? Who likes to cheer for the young guns? Cash Talentire at 13, Brunk Taves at 15. Team number 9, the FA7, the Maple Creek competitors should be next to compete. Team number 9, the FA7 Wrench. Sean Kramer from the Hatton Hills, north of Maple Creek. Ryan Wakelam, a little northeast of the town of Maple Creek as well. They're on a ranch they established in 1914. Lindsay Harrigan, they ranch both in the Sand Hills in the North Country and south to the Cypress Hills, two of the most extreme and extraordinary environments in the province of Saskatchewan. You think our province is flat if you drive through on Highway number 1? Think again, the Sand Hills, an exceptional ecosystem. And the Cypress Hills, yeah, the highest point between Ontario and the Rocky Mountains. In a matter of 30 miles, unbelievable, they change in terrain. 2 minute and 48.1 from Cattle Cooley leads. Head catch, heel catch, both sides, both cattle, and then tie them down and back away. Pale rider Lindsay Harrigan on the beautiful gray horse. Ryan Wakelam throwing his heel loop. That was sweet. Tim Hecker putting the tie on. Lindsay Harrigan using the tail drag to lay that one down so he can tie. That single heel catch give them a bit of difficulty. Notice he pulls the tail away and the leg underneath. Just kind of gently lay him over. That steer's got a mind of his own. Now the other team members can come give him a hand and help him here. They're still running a very, very nice time. They get this one down, get it tied. They could put themselves right into contention. There they go. Hey, there's Maple Creek people in the. Anybody from Maple Creek in the crowd today? Ah, yeah. I've heard rumor that the north side of the Brand Center is the loudest side in the arena. I don't know if it's to be confirmed, but they have informed me that that is the guesswork so far. We're going to test that here a little bit later on. FA7 just took over the lead with a 2-minute and 46.5. Maple Creek Cowboys just went to the front. 246.5. We're going to bring in Lost Creek Livestock, team number 5 on your program. Lost Creek Livestock, team number 5. That's Craig and Aaliyah Wogamuth, K.O. Taves, Corey Weeb, some pretty cool horses on this team. Actually, some Morgan Cross. Aaliyah's Wogamuth's horse is a Percheron Morgan mare, 10-year-old. Call her Bess. K.O. Taves, the 12-year-old Morgan Gelding, that he rode, the general that they rode in the ranch horse competition today. An amazing, amazing Morgan horse. Most of the horses we'll see today will be quarter horse or with a quarter horse cross. Kind of cool to have a couple Morgan horses on this team. Craig and Aaliyah on the west end of the arena. This is a job they do in the community pasture and ranch at home together a million times. What a family business when husband and wife can do this as a team. Three max head loops. That's a disqualification. That is time over the no points for the Lost Creek Livestock. They are given a max of 3 shots at each head. They'll take a no time. Tough luck in this, but boy, always a pleasure to watch the great horses. And unique with the Morgan Cross horses in this event. That is Lost Creek Livestock. Tough luck in this go. I'm going to take you to the people in red, the N4 Ranch, next to compete. Well, their cheering section is certainly in attendance. We're going to put it to the test. They tell me the north part of the arena is the loudest. We want you on the north side of the arena. Hoot and holler as loud as you can right now, and we're going to see if that's true. North side, how loud are you? Not bad, not bad. South side of the arena, can we outdo that? South side of the arena, how loud can we get on this side? Whoa, I think they're the winner. I think they won it. We'll have a rematch later on, maybe. Three shots, no time. No time for the N4 wrench. You're allowed 3 head loops. No time. We're going to move on to the V over triangle, team number 7. The V over triangle. Buddy Prowse, a horse trainer, rancher, purebred breeder from Sheehouse, Saskatchewan. Will Drew Lang riding his daughter's horse, the Titan. My favorite ranch rodeo competitor, Kelsey Bernier, school teacher. And Brayden Bernier riding Curly. Your next team to compete. Here's a team a year ago won the Yorkton Ranch Rodeo at the exhibition there. FA7 leads with a time of the 2-minute and 46. Cattle Cooley, 2-minute and 48. They're right behind it. Will Drew Lang is the head catch buddy. Brayden Bernier. Brayden handling that rope very nicely. Here's Kelsey to look for heels. They're allowed a max of 4 loops on the heading side, 3 on the heeling side. No, correction, 3 head, 4 for heel. Did you see how she slipped that rope down underneath the hock, underneath the knee? That way she didn't pinch it. All 142 pounds of Buddy Prowse in there, pull the tail, lay that one right over. I've heard not only is he a cowboy extraordinaire, but you were to go down and watch the Invermay hockey team, he might be the toughest fighter or scrapper on the hockey team as well. He might only weigh 140 pounds, but he got a heart the size of Secretariat. There you go. Whoa, new leader, 2 minute 27, 28, 2:27. There is your new leader in the double mugging. I think the all-star moment went to Buddy Prowse when he slid over and tailed down that yearling that only had one heel catch. I mean, he just laid it over slicker than a knife through butter. Let's go to the Woodland Ranching crew, the Catley family. Next to go, they're team number 8. Team number 8, Woodland Ranching. Wyatt and Bo Catley, the brothers, 6th generation on the family ranch. Their cousin Ty Catley and the family friend Mr. Scott Lees. That looks like the 4 Marlboro men from commercials in the old days. You heard the Magnificent 7? Well, this is the Spectacular 4 right here. Could put them right into the movies. Scott Lees snaps one on briskly. Bo healing for Scott. The gray horse that Bo Catley is riding is the oldest horse in her ranch. Call it Tigger. This horse is 18 years old. Been there, done it, and you might just be able to put anybody in the family on this horse. The nickname is Trusty Rusty. Oh, yeah. Well, you might see it a lot of times. You will never, ever see it done slicker, smoother, maybe even quicker. 1 minute 43:98 will be the running time. They take a commanding lead at 1 minute 43:98. Now, that was smooth. Get the feeling that's been done on the Woodlands Ranch a few times since the 1880s. 1882, to be exact, the year the ranch was established. We've gone through 7 teams. Woodland Ranching in the lead with 1 minute 43.9, and I do wonder if that can be approached. That is rapid. We're going to go to team number 3, J.K. Ranching. The team number 3. Here's a Team with competitors from 2 provinces, Manitoba. Rossburn, Manitoba's Jeremy Pilkey, team captain. Kevin Taylor from Caryville, Saskatchewan of the Twisted Tea Cattle Company. Jason Zook, the Palomino Gelding Skeeter. And Roger Denham, well known. One thing about as strong as he is, when he says you're coming over, you're coming over. He'll pull on the tail, nothing to it. Kevin Taylor on that gorgeous, loud-colored roan with the silver mane. That horse has been an icon in their families, 29 years old. Almost unheard of. Yeah, you can live that long, but to be still a highly, highly capable front-end horse like that, that's kind of like the Gordie Howe of the hockey world. Good thing he put the tie on Snappy. I would have liked to have got up and put the Houdini switch on. Well, Mama, let your sons grow up to be doctors, lawyers, and such. Maybe not a cowboy. It's not for the faint of heart. See him bounce right back, nothing to it. They'd have called my chiropractor, maybe even the ambulance, if that would have been me out there. Two-minute and 34, 2-minute and 34. I would say the highlight of that one would be when the first one stayed tied, stayed down for them to stay with a legal catch. 2-minute, 34.4, puts him into third place. We're going to bring you the Flying W Ranch, team number 1. Flying W Ranch, the Cadillac of Cowboys, coming to you. Chad LeGros, John Tebow, Clint Christensen, and Jared Girardet. John Tebow on the bay horse with the white hind socks. Retired PFRA. They say coffee drinker, but he was actually the pasture manager for many, many years, and one of the most beautiful pastures in our country. Now ranches at Cadillac with his beautiful wife. They tell me he enjoys long walks along the alkali sloughs in his Speedo swimming trunks with his beautiful wife at his side. He's a romantic type of fellow, you know. Clint Christensen puts the catch on in a big, big hurry right there. Chad LeGros on the buckskin horse. The gyro Gerda putting on the heel catch. Remember, you're allowed 3 loops per head. Oh, Smooth John slipped that rope down below the hock, below the knee, so it wouldn't pinch. Jared trying to get that work now. It is kind of pulled up tight on him. He's trying to slide that down below the knee, the hock. If you pull him out with the rope up there, it can actually injure the animal. He's going to try to get that pulled down. He might even have to wait till the other team is done to come help him. He can get off his horse and slide it down if he wants. Now, here's a strategic move from Chad LeGros. He sees, timed out, no time. Tough luck. A little bit of tough luck there for the Flying W with the high hawk catch that they couldn't get shook down. We're going to go to the Gunther Ranch. The Gunther Ranch. You know, thus far in the rodeo, Lost Creek Livestock at the N4 Ranch. This juncture, we have 4 teams tied for first place with 14 points overall. Been a tough event, the double mugging. We've had 3 no times. We're going to bring in the Gunther Ranch, the all-ladies team, mother and daughters. Won 3 consecutive ranch rodeos. Very cool that these horses are all half sisters, all out of their famous stud. Ranch developed, ranch raised, as good as they get right there. Are there some ladies in the crowd that this is your sentimental favorites? Let's hear it from the ladies in the crowd that are number one behind the Gunther Ranch team. Right on. That's our 3-loop max on the head side. They'll be in no time. We're going to go to the reigning champions of Mancote to Stockman Way Company. Team number 11, next to go. Here be the champs. Back to defend their title. They have been back-to-back Agribition champions. Ross Davidson riding the 8-year-old mare, the gray mare they bought at the Jim Switzer dispersal sale, colored Clover. Luke Ellingston riding the bay horse, putting on a head cap. That's a bay horse that originated from the Corning Ranch program, the John King Ranch. Ross Davidson on Clover. Here's a team that have everybody gunning for them. They've been the back-to-back 2-time Agribition champions. Sweet heel loop from Ross there as he fired that out crossfire coming around the corner. Luke Ellingson for many years was one of the top bull riders in Canada. Fond memories of watching him in many rodeos, particularly when he took a shot at the $50,000 title at Calgary Stampede. Come up a millisecond short on being the King of Calgary. Minute and 48. Minute and 48. They just went into second place with a minute and 48. Good job for the Mancote Stockman. We have one team left to go in the double mugging. It's the Rocking Sea Ranch, their team number 4. Conclusion of this event, we will update the overall standings in the rodeo for you. Show you who's at this stage, who's sitting out after the ranch horse competition, the wild horse race, and the double mugging. We'll be going to team doctoring next. We have team doctoring, team branding, and wild cow milking. The events left for the rodeo. Team number 4, the Rocking Sea, Colton Abrahamson. His dad, Rod Abrahamson, Kier Pertorchuk, and Justin Holdnick. You know what's kind of interesting about Justin Holdnick's horse, Jack? This is an 18-year-old gelding that up until 2 years ago, he might hump up and buck every time you got on him. Once he got that worked out, you were good to go. Now, he's actually a kid's horse. They're electing to get one down quickly on the ground, get him tied off, and then move as a group to get on the last one. Yeah, that black horse done really well in the ranch horse competition this morning as well at Colton. Sir Doc, the name of the black horse. "14-year-old ranch gelding. Not a lot of times to town, just a lot of times to doing the everyday job and the big jobs. Kier going to catch Sheila. That's his 12-year-old Palomino mare. She said, "I'm out of here." So close, but close only counts, well, you know the rest of the story. Tough luck for the Rockin' Sea, no time. They were within seconds of getting themselves on the scoreboard. So Woodland Ranching wins this event outright with 1:43. The Mancoda Stockmans 1:48. The Over Triangle with 2:27. JK with a 2:34, FA7 2:46, Cattle Cooley with 2:48. If you have your programs, we'll give you the standings overall at this point in the rodeo right now. First place overall, after the double mugging, sits with the Mancoda Stockman Way Company, the reigning two-time champions. They have 23 points in the lead. Second place, with 20 points, the Woodland Ranching, the Catley family, with 20 points. Third place, with 18 points, J.K. Ranching. Lost Creek, N4, Flying W, all have 14 points. Cattle Cooley with 13, Gunther's with 12, B Over Triangle 10, FA 7, 8, Rocking Sea 8 points, Hummock Springs at 4 so far. So your leaders, Mancoda Stockman, followed closely by the Woodland Ranching crew. Team doctoring next on the agenda. First to go will be the N4 Ranch. Team doctoring, a four-man team. All contestants may rope, but only one paint stick will be provided. A herd of yearlings will be held behind the line, approximately 60 feet from the end of the arena. As riders approach the start line, we'll call the number of the cattle that has been drawn for them. When the first rider crosses the line, they're going to call out the number of the cattle they're going to be getting. You must cut your cattle out of the herd, drive them across the line before you can put on a head rope catch. You don't want to be moving too fast or too disruptive in the pen, or they're going to give you a 30-second penalty. Any correct numbered cattle can be doctored. No more than 2 head may cross the line as the roper cuts his yearling out. More than 2 head cross the start line, they're going to give you a no time. There you see the flour being put out for your time. We get them caught. Both heels must be put in the loop prior to doctoring. You cannot stretch out a high hawk. You get down, lay them down, and in lieu of a vaccination gun, we'll be using that crayon marker to put a mark on their forehead. We'll bring the cattle in, get them set up comfortable behind the line. Get the cattle set and settled in that part of the arena. At the blow of the whistle. Cattle number 8, you're going to be sorting out one of the cattle number 8. Remember, you can't get more than 2 head over and across the line, or they're going to give you disqualification. With that many cattle behind there, that could give you some real difficulties. Watching the line could become of utmost importance. Notice how they just gently slide into the pen. Sort out to get a cattle that have the number 8 mark on it. They'll have to get it out across that white line. Wow, that was close. That was close. There's their number 8. Now they can catch it with a head catch as soon as it's across the line. Riley Isaacson put on a good catch. Now we're all good. after they have their head catch, if the other cattle leave the end, we're okay. They had to stay behind that line until we had the cattle pulled out and roped. Head him healing. Put the crayon vaccination mark. There you go. Minute and 45.1. Minute 45.1. Nice time to the N4 Ranch. Let's go to Rocking C. Rocking C, team number 4. Next to go. That's Colton Abrahamson from Lanigan. His dad, Rod. Rod, of course, ran the community pasture for many, many years. Kier Fedorchuk and Justin Polinick. Kier rides the White Beach Community Pasture. When you cross the line, he'll blow the whistle, and then we'll give you your cattle number. Number 2, you're going to be sorting out one of the cattle, number 2. Get them out across the line. Can't have more than 2 head across the line until you get them out and caught. After that, you're good to go. Sorted out of there nice and smooth. A real quick catch from Colton. Riding Sir Doc, the name of the block horse. Minute 45, leading at this juncture. Get him head caught, heel caught, stretch him out, take your crayon marker, just as if you had a sick cattle and were using a vaccination of antibiotics to help them on the way to health. Your crayon marker, line down the nose. There's Dad, got the heels. That's Rod. Who's got the crayon? .2 .28, 2 minutes for the Rocking C Ranch. We're going to bring you JK Ranching, team number 3 in your program. Jeremy Pilkey, Ross Byrne, Manitoba Rancher. Ranch is right up by the Riding Mountain National Park. Kevin Taylor, the Twisted Tea Cattle Company at Caryville, Saskatchewan. Jason Zook, they run the Bar Z Ranch. And Roger Dunham. He likes roping, especially the wild ones. JK Ranching. Next on the program, sitting right nice on the leaderboard. They were number 4 coming into this event with 18 points. 23 points overall is leading the rodeo for the Mancoda Stockman's Way Company. So they're very much sitting tight and in contention for the Agribition title. Number 11, 1-1. Let's bring him across the line, then put on your head catch. I don't know if you could see it from where you were sitting, but Bill Hall's eyes got about dinner plate wide when that yearling come running by him. His physique definitely got trimmer as he squeezed up against the wall there. This is team number 3, and they are the 3rd team to go in the cattle doctoring. Timed out, no time. Well, they can hear you now. They won't be winning any points here, just our appreciation for watching them compete. We're going to go to Lost Creek Livestock. Team number 5, the Lost Creek. Next to go. That's Craig and Aaliyah Wogamuth. Run the grazing co-op over at Nokomis, Saskatchewan. Also have their own cow-calf operation. K.O. Taves. K.O. riding the Bay Morgan horse they call General. Quite a horse. Cool fact about Craig's horse, he's the white cowboy hat there on the 12-year-old mare they call Daisy. This horse was born in Prince George, British Columbia. When you cross the line, he'll blow the whistle. Cattle 5, cattle number 5 is what you're going to want to sort out. Cross the line, rope and doctor. This is Aaliyah working on Bess. This is a Percheron Morgan cross mare that she's riding. And you can see the extra ballast and physique. I'll bet you that mare is a all-star when you go to pulling the bulls, maybe doing some bull roping in the pasture. Here comes Craig on the British Columbia mare, Daisy. They were caught in good time. We get down, get doctored, get the ropes off and everything in good order. We could very much be in contention right here for a new leader. There you go, new leader, a minute 31:52. Minute 31:52. They've been sitting at 14 points coming into this event. Mancota's 23. You get 10 points if you lead an event, win an event. That could put them right on top end of the leaderboard. We're going to go to the FA7, the Maple Creek Cowboys. They are team number 9, FA7. Next to go. See, Captain Sean Kramer has the crayon in his shirt pocket. Ryan Wakelam on the dark brown. Black horse, Ryan was an all-star football player for the Maple Creek High School. Number 9, you'll be sorting out cattle number 9. Ryan Wakelam, riding point, ease in, ease out, number 9. Notice how gentle that they work, sift those cattle by. Now you'll slide his horse just in front. The point of flight for these cattle is their shoulder. You get behind the shoulder, they'll push forward. You step out and get around to the front of the shoulder, they'll push back the other direction. Kind of pay attention to that as we get through some of these other events. Also, all these cattle will have a different flight zone. Some of them you can ride right on up beside them and they're not going to be too stressed or too worried about getting out of there. You can have some old range cows out in the hills. The minute you drive in the corner of the pasture with your horse trailer, 3 miles away, they throw their head up and they're ready to run. Flight zone very much varies from different cattle to different cattle. Some of it's a genetic makeup. Sometimes it's just how much they have or have not been handled in their lifetime career. Sweet heel loop. Did you notice the way that Ryan pushed that tail away? Rather than jump over, you pull the rope underneath if you have one heel, pull the tail the other direction, and just kind of slides that foot out from underneath and puts it underneath them. Looks easy when big, strong people like that do it. Technique so critical. But when you could probably bench press about 800 pounds, it's a whole lot easier. There you go. The Maple Creek boys come to treat cattle. The FA 7, 2 minute 14:49. 2 minute 14:49. We're going to bring in the Gunther Wrench. They have 12 points at this juncture in the rodeo. Gunther Wrench, the ladies team, mom and daughters, the hottest team in the world of ranch rodeo right now. By hottest, you could mean the best looking, but I was actually referring to the fact that I think they're undefeated in ranch rodeo competition this year. Number 6, he'll be sorting for cattle, number 6. All mares they ride, all half sisters, all home raised in their ranch program. If you see any member of the Gunther family anywhere on a saddle horse, they might be the best mounted people there. Whatever branding, whatever rodeo, whatever event you go to, horses can do it, and horses have the mind. Now, once they've cleared their cattle across that line once, they can go ahead and put the head catch on wherever they find it. Cattle number 6. They're good, aren't they? You notice they have both back and front feet in, then when they undo their tallies, the cattle can just step up, walk away. There you go. 2 minute 15.1. That puts them right in the gunning for some points in this event. Flying W, team number 1. Next in the arena, Chad LeGros, the Cadillac Cowboy, runs the Scotsguard Grazing Co-op. John Tebow, retired PFRA manager, intricate part of the community in South Saskatchewan. Clint Christensen, one of the most famed horse trainers in our nation. Jared Girardat, Hebra, Black Simmental cattle breeder with his wife Ricky and kids from Shaunavon, Saskatchewan. When you cross the line, they'll blow the whistle, and we'll give you your number. 0. Cattle 0. Chad LeGros, Clint Christensen, man, they got that one slipped out of there smooth. Slilt, luck of the draw a little bit. Clint puts on a head catch, right snappy, right quick. Chad sliding around. We get a heel catch in a hurry, man, we could see a new arena record. They are that smooth on getting them out across the line. Now, they'll lay that one over. They'll get both heels in the loop, both the front feet in the loop as well. Put the crayon mark down, man. We are in good shape. Running smooth, running quick. Shortens up the dally for Chad there on the heel side. Clint slid up. They let him put him on the front. Now they got to get the crayon mark, get back, get mounted up. When you're John Tebow and you're 104 years old, just getting mounted might not be that easy. In front of 2,500 fans. Yes, sir! Whoa, you have a fast time and a new leader, and I'm not sure, but that could be an arena record. We're 1 minute and 1.6. Minute 1.6 for the Flying W. Well, that's going to get him some points. Team number 7 next to compete. Team 7, the V over triangle. Bonnie Prowse, Will Drew Lang, Kelsey Bernier, and Braden Bernier. When you cross the line, though, number 4, you're good in cattle. Number 4. There'll be 3 of them in there with that number on. You're only going to sort out 1. Get her to cross the line. Now look at the way. I've seen videotape of this man sorting cattle in his alleys at home. On some of the ranch horses he's consigned to sales, it is slick. Braden Bernier, the rope. I'll tell you what, we've had one quick one. We're going to be right in the running to do it again. Will Drew Lang riding his daughter's horse here today. Remember we told you about the $30,000, $40,000 horses? That was a horse they picked up for $800. Hard to believe. Kelsey, the rose among the thorns. She's got the crayon marker. There you go. Minute 27. Minute 27. Now, Kelsey, it wouldn't be Ranch Rodeo in Regina if you didn't turn that $1 million electric smile onto the crowd. You want to see a smile light up the world? Kelsey Bernier. Isn't that? Yeah. You're going to go to the Cattle Coulee Ranch next on your agenda. Cattle Coulee. Their team number 12. Father and son Curtis Jacob for the Cattle Coulee Ranch. His sons Dawson, Walker, and Brent. Brent being the youngest, he's in grade 11. He's the wheeler dealer. He's the one that'll trade you a truck or a horse or chicken for a cow or number 22, 22. That's Walker riding in tight to the herd. That's the horse that he showed in the Ranch Horse competition this morning. Now it can get a little dicey. They can only have 2 cattle across the line until they get their right one, number 22, out and get a roof on. Dad Curtis sliding in. You notice the communication there went unspoken. Just kind of like a good football team where you kind of know where the other guy's going to be. You slide in, he slides wrong, and we get the job done. And see the help on the line where Brandt slid in. Now they've been across the line. They can put that head catch now wherever they want to. That's what we officially call a conundrum. I've heard it called worse than that. Three cattle across the line before the head catch. They'll take a no time. Tough luck for the Cattle Cooley family from Shaunavon. Mankato Stockman Way Company next to roll. Back-to-back champions and leading the rodeo at this juncture. And Mankato Stockman's next to roll. Number seven, the one to sort, and Doctor. Luke Ellingson sliding it out. Sean Williamson putting on a nice quick head catch. They're leading the rodeo at this juncture, and we look like we definitely be having a rock and roll good time here as well. Ross Davidson, pull the tail, lay him over. Ross pulls, you go. That man's so strong, if he played for the Sask Rough Riders, nobody would ever touch our quarterback. Oh man, this is, wow. A minute 4.9, and it could have been under a minute, other than the rope didn't come off to start with. The rope had to come off. A minute 4.9. How about you say, wow? A minute 4.9. 11.9. Well, how tight is this? The Flying W Ranch continues to hold the lead with a 1:01.6. Mancota Stockman is 1:04. If that rope would have come off, the flag could have dropped under a minute. We're seeing some cattle doctoring extreme here this afternoon. That's why you come to Agribition, see the best. This is the Hummock Springs Ranch, team number 11. Team number 10, correction, they are 11th competitors. Number 1, sort out cattle number 1. Well, that was smooth from Calvin Bartell. The Drake Saskatchewan Cowboys sorted him out, quietly put a loop on. Here comes the fans' favorite. It's Cash Talentire, 13 years of age on Doyle. Brad Taves riding Sam. Now there's a sweet heel loop. Oh yeah. Through that trap right under there. Once they move ahead, there's no option to be caught. The ground crew, they want to get the 2 front feet into that loop. Reason for that quite obvious. Then you can all get mounted on your horse, because sometimes you help these cattle and give them what doctoring they need. But if you're on the ground when they get up, they might just want to run you over for a celebration. There you go. One minute 18. 1 minute 18. They'll go to third place. Nice job. Third place for the Hummock Springs Ranch. We're into our final team in the cattle doctoring. The final team is the Woodland Ranch. They're team number 8 in your program. They are currently sitting in second place at the rodeo overall. Coming in to this event, they had 20 points. The Mancota Stockman had 23. Mancota Stockman is sitting second. So you know they're going to add to their totals. Woodland Ranching, they're going to need to be good and tight right here to stay in the hunt on the top of the leaderboard. Number 3, cattle number 3. Wyatt Catley. Riding tight, Scott Lee's working right with him. That red heifer could have a wee bit of the Scottish Highland cross in it by the look of the hair. Now they've been across the line. They're free to put a head catch on a number 3 anywhere they can. But of course, you still don't want to and can't get more cattle across the line than 2 until you have your head catch done. Mounted up. There you go. 2 minute and 17. 2 minute 17. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the cattle doctoring. I hope you enjoyed it here this afternoon. We're going to move into team sorting next on the agenda. Team sorting. Well, here's your updated standings. Boy, the ground control crew here on the computers are so super at updating us. The Mancota Stockman Way Company is in a big lead right now with 32 points. Flying W Ranch have 24 points. Woodland Ranching 21. Lost Creek Livestock 20. N4 19. JK 18. V over Triangle 17. The Gunthers 14. Cattle Coulee 13. Rocking Sea 12. Hummock Springs 12. The FA 7 11. So, Mancota Stockman in the lead with 32 points. Flying W with 24. Woodlands with 21. Our next event is in my own personal favorite at the Ranch Rodeo, and that's because you get to see so much of the flight zone in the give and take of sorting cattle. Four-man team, numbered yearlings behind the start line. We'll call the number as they approach the line. Time begins when they cross the line. Without too much disruption, gently slide into the herd, slide out 2 of your designated numbers. You will be 3 in there that have the number. 2's the max that you can cut out, cross down, put into the corral we're setting up at the other end. No trash. You can't allow any other numbered cattle to cross the line, or they're going to give you no time. Get them in the pen. They're going to slam the gate. 3-minute time limit is the max. Team sorting, going to see a whole lot of the flight zone, a whole lot of the herding instinct of the cattle where they want to stay with the rest of the herd. Going to be nice to watch. First to go will be Lost Creek Livestock. They're currently sitting 4th in the rodeo with 20 points. Team number 5, Lost Creek, will be first to go. South side of the arena, they tell me that you're going to establish the wave. See if we can shoot it all the way across. We're waiting for that. Here, this lady volunteered. She's going to stand up, lift her arm, start the wave. Then we're going to move around. There we go. Yeah. Up, 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 up. Yeah, there we go. Wave starting, move it down. That's kind of so-so, isn't it? We'll try it again later. We might have to go to the north side, get them to do it. They'll rock it for us. You were perfect. The rest of us just didn't follow, did we? Yeah. Lost Creek Livestock, they'll be first to go. I think, Bill Hall, when you're ready, they'll be ready to approach the line. There's 3 cattle in there with your number. You're going to sort off 2, take them down and pin them. If you get into a time crunch, you can pin 1, but anybody that does 2 will trump your score. Number 9, you're going to be sorting cattle. Number 9, there's 3 of them in the pen. You're going to try to sort off 2 and bring them out. Going to see that herding instinct. These cattle are going to want to stick with their buddies on this end of the arena. No trash rule. We cannot get any other cattle than the number we want sorted out. Now, this one's been worked before. This is working pretty cool. He's quite comfortable to get set up out there and on his own. He could be in a tremor and under stress and decide to want to go back with the rest of them. Aaliyah on her Percher and Morgan Cross mare doing the sorting in tight. Boy, look at the way that Morgan horse on my side, the big gelding that has an absolute electric stop. I mean, he parks that butt in, gets right down. Boy, they're lucky. They are lucky that that number 9 they sorted out. He's quite comfortable to be out there on his own. Now along the line, this is going to get dicey. They want to pick the number 9. Whoa, they saved it right at the line. This is the Morgan Horse connection. Here comes Craig on his veteran rancher. Look out on the line. Look out on the line. Whoa! Good golly molly. It's a no time for team. Tough luck on the line. They've done all the moves, had all the action, just didn't come together. Let's bring you Woodland Ranching. Team number 8 in your program. The Catley family, 1882, 6th generation on the family ranch. Wyatt won the ranch horse competition this morning on the great horse that he is riding. Veteran ranch horses, each and every one of them they have here. Woodland Ranching, team number 8. Number 5, you'll be sorting for cattle number 5. Scott Lee's the family mentor, sliding in off the post to help him. He's going to make sure the number 5 just doesn't decide to come back to the herd. Well, they get another one. That's that herding instinct. The flight zone as well. These cattle have been handled before. Not quite as electric to get close to. They're comfortable with human contact. The more they're handled, generally the better they get. Depends on the genetic makeup. And again, the pressure point, the shoulder. If you're behind the shoulder, they will move away from you. You get yourself positioned in the front of the shoulder, you'll spin those cattle back and they'll go the other direction. So flight zone, point of control. There, nice help along the line to get them out. Now they have 2. They'll want these 2 now to form up together, make their own herd, so to speak. When they get them lined up together, get them comfortable, then they'll point them towards the gate, and hopefully it all works and they go in the pen. They ride up, throw their arms up. They're going to drop the whistle, raise the flag, and say, yes, we do have a time. You're a minute and 42.3 for Woodlands, minute 42.3. We're running on a 3-minute time limit, so they're only half of that time. The Over Triangle next to go. The Be Over Triangle Ranch, number 7 in your program. Buddy Prowse hockey star, ranch horse, salesman deluxe, raise their own mares, their own purebred Charolais herd. Kelsey Bernier, my favorite rodeo contestant, the lady with the electric smile. She's a school teacher in Prince Albert, as well as the #1 hand on the community pasture where she helps her husband, Braden. And we have Will Drew Lang, longtime cowboy, and he is riding his daughter's horse today. Number 3, you're going to work with cattle number 3. Buddy and Braden cowboy a lot in that bush country. You get an opening in the bush and in the trees, you better get your work done. And they're lucky with these cattle that have been handled quite a bit, quite comfortable to get down and stay at the other end. Oh, we've seen that. We've seen this Highlander before. She can get a little bit troublesome. Now they want to get them down there, get them grouped up together, look in the same direction. In the pen, yes, sir. Yes, sir. New leader, 58.2. Nice job, 58.2 for the Be Over Triangle. Kelsey, we need the $1 million smile. There you go. Here comes the Gunther Ranch. The mom and daughters, all ladies team. They have won 3 consecutive ranch rodeos. This summer they have been unbeatable. Gunther Ranch, the Lanigan, Saskatchewan ladies. When you cross the line, he'll blow the whistle. We'll tell you you're going to get cattle 11. You're going to work number 11. 1-1, 11s. You know, the ultimate ranch horses doesn't have to be an electric superstar at any particular job. What they need to be is pretty handy at just about anything and everything. And in the modern day world, kind of safe doing it as well. People like myself don't get on a horse every day, so it's darn sure nice. We can have a horse like the Gunther family raise, train, and bring along that, yeah, they can do anything and everything. They'll stay broke for you too. There's that herding instinct. They kind of flew by each other out there, didn't really lock eyes and get contact and know they had a buddy. That other one just, she wanted to get back with the rest. She's kind of like if you put me in New York and I seen somebody else from Saskatchewan, I would very definitely be wanting to go over and feel a little bit more comfortable and at home with my crew. The Gunther Ranch have 14 points overall coming into this event. Luck of the draw, the cattle that you draw to compete on, they happen to get the ones that had the big herding instinct to get back with their buddies. One out. You have a 3-minute time limit and you're at 2:54. You can pen one, get a time, or you can get timed out. There'll be no points. We're timed out at 3 minutes. No luck for the Gunther family in this event. Maple Creek, Saskatchewan next to roll with the FA7 Ranch. FA7, they are team number 9 in your program. Sean Kramer, Ryan Wakelam, Lindsey Harrigan, and Tim Hecker. Is that you, Gordon Stevenson, straight across? Look at them all pointing back down to this end of the arena, get them settled in. Number 1, cattle number 1. Ease in, ease them out, no stress. There's Sean, got his out. See if they, I think he spotted the other one up there. That's going to make him comfortable, not wanting to be turned back to the rest of the herd. Now they get them cozied up together, pointed to the gate. We're in contention for a very nice run. Minute 6.5. That'll put him in the second place, a minute 6.5. Nice run. JK Ranching going to be next. JK Ranching will be next. They are team number 3. This is the interprovincial team. Jeremy Pilkey from Rossburn, Manitoba. Kevin Taylor from the Twisted Tea Cattle Company of Caryville. Jason Zook from the Bars Ed Ranch. And Roger Dunham. Roger riding the big stout boys bred buckskin horse. Number 6, cattle number 6. That's team captain Jeremy Pilkey riding into the herd. Now they're confident. They've left the line untended. There you go. Minute and 18.5. A minute 18.5. Nice time. Put him into third, minute 18. Rocking Sea Ranch. Next on your program, the Rockin' Sea. Team number 4. The Abrahamson family. Colton, his dad, Rod, Kier Fedorchuk, and Justin Holdner. Number 12, Seattle 12, 1-2-12. Couldn't find it. Okay. We'll do a redo when you're ready. 22, 2-2, cattle number 22, 22. You know, many years Rod run that community pasture. Experience sure shows. There you go. Two on this side, two riding around to turn them in. I like to keep them on a crisp pace. Wow, minute 9.7. 109.7. That'll put him into third place. Next ranch to compete will be the Flying W Ranch. Team number 1 in your program, the Flying W. The Cadillac Dalmarie Cowboys. Chad Legros, John Tebow, Clint Christensen, and their friend Jared Jordat from Townview Simmental in Shaunavon. Number 4, you'll be sorting cattle 4. This team is sitting in second place overall in the rodeo. They're in contention for a title. They won the Herbert Ranch Rodeo in the summertime. This is working. This is working. They're sitting number 2 in the rodeo overall at this juncture. This one could put them very close to the top of the leaderboard. Get them in. Raise the hands. Look at that. New leader, 53.8. The Flying W have just gone to control. 53-8, new leader for this event. Well, that's going to put the pressure on the Mankota Stockman Way Company. They're next to go, and they're the team coming into this event leading the rodeo with 32 points. Things are getting interesting at Agribition. Number two, cattle 2. Sean and Luke riding in tight. Jimmy Swanson on a big sorrel horse he calls Chief. At the line, Ross Davidson on the Jimmy Switzer bred Silver Mare. Oh, now. We've had a quick one at 53-8. We are very definitely on the line to be fast. How close is that? 54. Correction. New leader, 52.84. 52.84. That's your new leader. Woo, they are leading the rodeo coming in, and they are leading this event. Let's go to Cattle Coulee Ranch, number 10 team. That'll be the 10th team out. They're number 12 in your program, Curtis Jacob. Sons Dawson, Walker, and Brent next to go. Cattle Coulee, 13 points at this juncture in the rodeo. We are 1 second apart from first and second place. Eight. Cattle number 8. Cattle 8. So close at the line. They made the moves, got him peeled back, and that number 8 swerved it out again. But here again, the luck of the draw. That number 8 animal really much wants to stay with the herd bound. Well, that was some pretty sweet moves. filter those cattle off right at the line and squeeze this one off. Again, that point of the shoulder they were using to turn them, they got a nice time. Minute and 18 for the cattle coulee. Comic Springs Ranch, next to go. Boy, there have been some very nice times. Mancota Stockman, a 52-8. Flying W Ranch, 53-8. V over Triangle, 58-2. FA7, a minute 6. Rocking C, a minute 9. Then a minute 18.2 and a minute 18.5 at 142. Super team sorting. Zero, cattle, 0. Calvin Bartell riding in the herd. Rooster, the name of the big sorrel he's riding, kind of puts you in mind of the big sorrel horse John Wayne rode. Rooster Cockburn. Bronk Taves guarding the line, the 15-year-old. Cash Talentire on the silver Percher and Cross. 13-year-old, the youngest competitor here. Wrong one across the line. Tough luck, no time. We have one team remaining, the N4 Ranch. N4 sitting in 5th place coming into this competition at this point. They are 19 points for the N4. They're team number 6 in your program. Dirk Neal, Buzz Garou, Adam Thiessen, and Riley Isaacson. Number 7, sorting cattle, number 7. You know, Adam Thiessen riding the 12-year-old Blue Roan they call Blue. If I was going to vote for maybe the most gorgeous looking horse in the whole competition, it might be Blue. Stunning horse, outstanding conformation. And boy, you do have the color. Well, this is shaping up. There you are. Minute .8. That'll get him into 4th place with a minute 8. So first place in the team sorting, the Mankato Stockman with 52 and 8. Flying W 53 and 8. V over Triangle 58. And you can follow the rest of them on down the center ice scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the conclusion of the team sorting. Good watching. Thank you for your applause. I know the competitors do appreciate it. Next event going to be the team branding. We have 2 events remaining to crown your champion. Team branding followed by the wild cow milking. Well, the updated overall score, the Mankato Stockman Way Company in the lead with 42. Will it be back-to-back-to-back titles for the Mankato Stockmans? Well, they're looking like they want it. The Flying W Ranch, second place with 33. Empire Ranch, 26. V over Triangle, 25. The Woodlands, 23. JK, 21. Lost Creek, 20. FA 7 and Rocking Sea and Cattle Coulee at a deadlock at 17. Gunther Ranch at 14. Hummock Springs at 12. There's your leaderboard. Voting into the team branding. Only 2 events remaining to go. Team branding, 4-man team, a roper, 2 wrestlers, and a brander. Calves will be held in the designated area. Time begins when ropers enter the herd. Yet again, nice and slow and easy. Go slow to get it done fast. Any excessive speed in there, give you a 30-second penalty. You're going to heel and drag 3 calves to the branding pot. You cannot drag a single heel, and you cannot drag high hocks. There's going to be bigger than normal calves that you'd see at a branding. Could be very interesting. These horses are going to get down and really need to bear down and pull. The wrestlers cannot touch the rope or the calf until it has crossed all the way over the line, except if they have to go in and pull off a high hawk so our roper can take another loop. Branding iron must stay in the pot until the rope is off of the calf. After the calf's branded, going to return it to the herd. Time stops when the 3rd calf is branded and the iron is back in the pot. Fastest time on 3 head will be your winner. It has a 3-minute time limit. Really crucial to know and remember. Have to be double heels for every calf pulled out of the pen. First team to go, they'll run 2 teams at once, will be the Mankato Stockman and the Rocking Sea Ranch. For the Rockin' Sea, Colton Abrahamson going to be doing the roping. He's riding Sir Doc, the horse that he competed near the very top end of the ranch horse competition this morning. For the Mankato Stockman, Sean Williamson riding the superb 4-year-old horse, home raised. They call him Nuts. You know, in the 1800s, literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Texas Longhorn cattle run wild in the southern United States. Here they go in, get started. 2 heels, 3 calves each team. Drag them across the line all the way before the wrestlers can go to wrestling. Sean Williamson, 1 loop, out you go. Luke and Ross, the rope comes off, iron can come out, away you go. All those cattle that run wild, there was actually a lawyer by the name of Maverick, by the way, in the States. And then they called these cattle Mavericks. Only a lawyer would come up with the law, but the way they figured it out, if you put your brand on the cattle, those wild cattle, it was ownership. They were your cattle. Well, they started then catching the wildies to establish a herd. Well, to this day, the brand is still legal documentation. Sean Williamson, 2 loops, 2 calves, 4 heels. Well, they are in the lead in the rodeo, and if he can get the 3rd one out with a single loop like that, it could be almost become insurmountable. You are seeing a doctorate in cattle branding, roping etiquette right here and right now. One of the great cowboys to swing a rope in the history of the province of Saskatchewan, and he's doing it like he's done it 1,000,000 times at the brandings around Val Marie and Mankota. See how quick that he can pull that rope back and reload. Colton Abramson riding Sir Doc, the beautiful black horse. But again, he would have had 1 heel. He left that slack go to kick out of there. He needs 2 to drag him out of here. These are big calves. You drag 2, big and stout as these calves are, it's going to put a lot of torque, a lot of pressure in 1 leg. We're going to drag 2, then it's nice, easy peasy, and gentle on the livestock. See the way Sir Doc moved off the leg pressure and slid over there for him? They let him cross the line. Then the wrestlers go to wrestling. They'll take that rope off, put the brand on. You're going to have your first official time, and it's a good one. 2:43.3. 2:43 for the Mankota Stockman. Nice job. And again, a 3-minute time limit on the cattle branding. Well, that's it. Heat number 1. 2-minute and 43.2 for the team that's leading the rodeo, the Mankota Stockmans. They're going to set the pace for the rest of the world to come too. Next heat will feature J.K. Ranching at the Gunther Ranch. Team number 3 and team number 2. J.K. Ranch have 21 points coming into this event. The Gunther Ranch, 14. J.K. Ranch, Jeremy Pilkey. Right on the edge of Riding Mountain National Park in Rossburn, Manitoba. Very picturesque part of the world. A lot of wildlife, deer, elk, and also black bear. He doing the roping for the team named after his ranch, the J.K. Ranch. Let's hear the ladies in the crowd cheering on the Gunther Ranch. Yeah. Amazing lady doing the roping on the Miracle Horse. Mallory Gunther on Luke. This is a horse a year and a half ago spent 2 months in a leg cast with a ruptured tendon. It's a miracle that he came back strong like this. They were hoping, they were praying that he would become available for just pleasure ride, nothing too stressful. Well, old Luke, the 13-year-old home-raised gelding, he came back to be and continue to be the superstar that he is. They have 2 calves done. They're going to want to get 1 more into the books and get on the board here. Here comes JK. They got her calf. So when they get this calf branded and get it back in the pot, this crowd's gonna go wild. The Gunther Ranch. Whoa, the ladies that can. Nice work. They are the leaders. 2 minutes and 31. The Gunther Ranch goes to the lead. Tough luck for JK. There's their elapsed time. I'm going to show you team number, the 3rd heat, Cattle Coulee and the B-over triangle. B-over triangle. Buddy, Wildrew, Kelsey, and Braden. Buddy Prowse up on the horse doing the riding. On the Cattle Coulee, Dad, Curtis Jacob doing the roping. My prediction is this heat will be neck and neck, and it will be close. These are 2 big time cowboys handling the roping. This is literally done hundreds and hundreds of thousands of times each and every spring across Western Canada and indeed the United States of America. The brand delineates ownership as it has from the 1800s to today. Boy, Buddy Prowse, 2 loops, 2 cattle. Didn't waste any time finding this cattle to throw a loop on either. A multitude of times when I've sold horse sales, he's had the highest selling horse in multitude of sales. Boy, we are seeing a skill set and a skill level in this heat that just make you proud to be in this world. In the ranching world, the cowboy, cowgirl world, the horse culture that we live in. There you go. They made you run for that one, Kelsey.
No, she said after the pit. Well, after we
Well, we've had some good times. We've had some fast times. We just had our best time. The over triangle, 1:47, and they lead the cattle branding. That was good watching. I believe I heard Mrs. Lang cheering over there. Uh-huh. Yeah. Cattle Cooley are in second place with 1:54. That was a dramatic heat. We knew it would be. Flying W and N4 going to be next to go. So the last heat established your first and second placings with 1:47 and 1:54. Flying W and the N4. Chad LeGros roping for the Flying W. Adam Thiessen on blue for the N4. You see the way that Chad slid that rope down so he got underneath the hawk before he carried on to drag him out? Cowboy etiquette, care of the livestock. Comes Chad with his second one. Angel, the name of the Chad's big buckskin mare. You see the way they rolled that calf over once to get him on the same side to brand on? Good work on the ground crew.
Oh, he's right there. There he is.
Flying W time, 2:38, third and fourth place. Time called for the N4. 2:38 for Flying W, puts him into fourth place. We're going to go to heat number 5, which will feature Woodlands Ranching and the Hummock Springs Ranch. Hummock Springs, Brad Taves, his son Bronk Taves, Calvin Bartell, and Cash Talentire. Woodland Ranching. Scott Lees will be doing the roping for Woodland. 13-year-old Mr. Talentire doing the roping for Hummock Springs. Could you imagine? I mean, when I was 13 years old, I kind of thought it was cool if I could even wrestle a calf. Can you imagine being 13 years old, being the man to ride in with the rope and do the calf healing at Canadian Western Agribition? How cool is that? I mean, you might be cool, but you'll never be any cooler than 13-year-old Heath in the calf roping pen at Agribition. There he is. He got it slid down off the hocks, down low. Now there's a cowboy in the making, I'll tell you what. The veteran and the youngster roping cattle side by side. That's plain out poetic. This is the 5th heat. We only have one more heat left to go in the team branding. Cash Talentire, 13 years old. They get that rope slid down. You know, one of the beautiful things about the ranching lifestyle is it's generational. I mean, you can have the 50-some-year-old and the 13-year-old, or you can have the 92-year-old grandpa out there still telling you how it's done. Kind of the way the world should be. Generational, fabulous. Woodlands Ranching. 2:42 their time. Ladies and gentlemen, how about we all stand, put our hands together, pay tribute to Cash Talentire, 13 years old and a cowboy. I do believe he's earned it, ladies and gentlemen, the man. Remember the name, remember the time you seen him at Canadian Western Agribition. The moment to remember. Thank you, everybody. Well, we have one heat left, and this is going to be Lost Creek Livestock in the FA7. FA7, the Maple Creek Cowboys. They have 17 points. Lost Creek Ranch have 20 points. Craig on Bessie gets the first one out in a hurry. Clint Eastwood, the Pale Rider for Maple Creek, gets the first one out there as well. I know he looks like Clint Eastwood. That's actually Lindsey Harrigan for Maple Creek, riding the big gray horse. Look at Bessie get down, dig, and work. That's quite a mare. 10 years of age. Been there, done it. You know, because any and everybody can ride this horse, Craig's only got to ride her about 3 times this year. He always gets put on a green one, and everybody else gets to ride the great horse Bess. Know he's enjoying her here in the big city under the bright lights in front of all the movie stars here today. Two down for both teams. Nice heat. There he got it slid down. Look at this. Look at this. They're both coming out with number 3 on pretty much a dead heat. Got to get the rope off where the Brandon iron comes out. This could almost just be like a photo finish for you. Oh, yeah. FA 7, 2 minute and 12. 2 minute and 12. They move to 3rd place on the cattle branding. Lost Creek Ranch, 2 minute and 15. They go to 4th place on the branding. Was that close? Yeah, you bet it was. Overall, they went to 3rd and 4th on the final heat. The final heat is competitive as it can get. If you have enjoyed the skills, the great horses, the stockmanship, and the super loopers, let them know, ladies and gentlemen, that was Team Branding for 2023 at Canadian Western Agribition. My own personal favorite is Cash Talentire, 13 years old, and a roping cowboy. We have one event only remaining. We'll tabulate up. Now here's the standings. Mancota Stockman Way Company have 45 points. Flying W Ranch in 2nd at 38, and the B Over Triangle in 3rd place with 35. Now, should Mancota Stockman's DQ out of this event not get milk over here, that opens up for a couple teams with potential to take over the championship. Remember, Mancota are back-to-back returning champions. The Flying W Ranch would sure love to slide in and get that done. That's the Cowboys from Cadillac, Del Marie, and Shoneman. The B Over Triangle team at 35. If they win this event and Mancota DQs, they could slide into a tie for the overall lead as well. So there's 3 teams in contention as we come into the final event of the Ranch Rodeo 2023. Buddy Prowse and crew still have a shot at the title, the B Over Triangle, with 35 points. Going to come down to one climactic event. Start of the day, we told you we might not have some thrills and chills like you will tonight when you go to the Agribition Rodeo. Well, maybe I understated that a little bit. We get into the wild cow milking. It can go pretty western, go pretty south in a big hurry. We're going to rope a wild cow, get some milk in the bottle, get the rope off her, run that milk bottle over to the judges, pour some out. Sounds simple? Last year, Luke Ellingston on the championship team, that big old black Simmental Longhorn Cross cow got him down, dislocated his shoulder, broke some ribs. He still got back up and went back to wrestling, but he did moan and groan and hang around the yard quite a bit for the next month or so. So yeah, it can get, he's on a vent. This year he said, guys, I'm going to do the roping. Somebody else can do the wrestling out there. So yeah, Only the roper's going to be on horseback. A milker, 2 muggers start behind the line. Get some milk in the bottle, return it to the judges, and it better pour out, or you got to go back and do it again. There's a 3-minute time limit on it. We're going to run it in heats of 2. First heat will feature the JK Ranch and FA7. FA7 have a lot on the line right here as they have 25 points at this juncture. They certainly wouldn't mind moving on up the board for the Maple Creek Cowboys. The JK Ranch have 21 points. Ride for the brand. Remember, there are prizes for the top 4 teams, and we're going to name you champion coming up here pretty shortly. Well, final end of the afternoon, wild cow milking. We'll have 6 heats of 2. First teams to go, the JK Ranch and FA7. JK Ranch. Interprovincial team, they have 21 points. The FA7, the Maple Creek Cowboys, shirt bib number 9 on the back of their shirt. They're riding the fancy blue shirts. Now, if memory serves me, this set of cows was pretty electric, and they wouldn't mind headhunting you just a little bit last year. Yeah, Maple Creek getting the catch on. I would say this is where you kind of really wish that you'd stayed in the house and drank 1 more cup of coffee, because that don't look like a whole lot of fun handling that mama cow out there. Muggers on the ground, got to get. They're going to keep the rope on these for just like that. They keep the rope on these cows so they don't slam dunk the other team. Just get the milk so it pours out. JK Ranch in at 45-7. How'd you like that one? First heat of the wild cow milking. That's what you call wild and woolly. Yeah, when they said, let's go do the ranch rodeo, they never said they were going to be the roper in the wild cow milking and you had to do the milking or the wrestling now, did they? FA7 were 39 seconds. Correction. JK Ranching 45. Nice run. This is going to be Lost Creek Livestock and the Cattle Coulee be next to go. Well, the gauntlet's down. They have set the pace in FA7 with a 39, JK Ranch with a 45. Lost Creek Livestock and Cattle Coulee. Cattle Coulee of 26 points coming in. The Lost Creek Livestock, Greg and Aaliyah, K.O. Taves, and Corey Weed. We're off and running. That's a muzzle shot. $39 leading it, followed by a 45-7. Down on the mug and head. Here's a man that is cowboyed across Western Canada, the big ranches in British Columbia, the brand inspector at Shaunavon, Saskatchewan, well as running their own ranching. Yeah, they got a time. 111.5 for the cattle coulee. Curtis, you still got it. Yes! Here come the ground crew, just like the cavalry. One on the head, one on the tail, milker to the bottle. We have a 3-minute time limit. You got about 55 seconds left to go. 50 seconds. Hope that cow actually has some milk. Wouldn't it be luck if we got a dry cow? Oh no, they got milk. Here comes Greg. Look at him. Puts his hand so he doesn't spill any. There you go. 2:23. 2 minutes and 23. Yeah, and after all that, for a reward, we let you take the rope off. Ladies and gentlemen, that was heat number 2 for the Wild Cow Milking. Whoa, that's right. Let's go to the V-over triangle and the rocking C. Third heat. We have 6 heats in total. Final event of the Ranch Rodeo. Team number 7, the V-over triangle. This team have 35 points. If they should outright win this at Mankota Stockman's DQ, they could still tie for the championship, and then we'll go to the tiebreaker. Buddy Prowse, the man that absolutely put on a roping clinic in the branding pen. Wildrew Lang, Braden Bernier. Braden will be doing the roping. Kelsey, she's in charge of team spirit and of talent. V-over triangle and the rocking C. Braden gets a caught now. Again, if the V-over triangle should out and out win this event, they still have a shot at winning the overall Agribition Rodeo. I know Buddy Prowse is not going to weaken. And Kelsey is a milking. Now, look at this lady run. I mean, she could run the 100-yard dash. There you go. Whoa, new leader. Run, Forrest, run. There. Hey, that's not a fun event. Just hang on a moment. We'll get you the times officially up there. Rocking G was 55.84. This is the Gunther Ranch and Woodlands Ranching. Oh. Oh, Woodlands is done in a hurry there. 34.72. That'll be your new leader by a country mile. There's the Gunthers. Look at Mom run. There you go. Well, that last heat, FA7 had gone to the lead with the 39 second. Woodlands just commanded the lead with a 34.7. That's your fastest heat of the rodeo right there. Woodlands at 34.7. The Gunther Ranch were in at 59.5. So Woodland Ranching lead the wild cow milking. They're followed by the FA7. And then the over triangle. Well, we're going to go to heat number 5. This will feature the Flying W Ranch and the Mankota Stockman Way Company. Flying W and the Mankota Stockman. Mankota lead the rodeo with 45. The Flying W are in second place with 38. The whole rodeo could come down to this event and this heat right now. They are number 1 and 2 in the rodeo coming in. Luke Ellingston roping for the Stockmans. Clint Christensen. Luke Ellingston, as we said, dislocated his shoulder, broke ribs last year. He said, this year, I'm the roper. How about that? I do believe we might have seen the championship heat right there. Mankota Stockmans just took over the lead in the wild cow milking with a 33-9. They might be uncatchable. They are uncatchable. The Flying W Ranch with a 53-9 will pick up 6th place. 53-9, the Flying W. We're going to show you the N4 Ranch and the Hammock Spring Ranch. This will be the final heat and the final event. We're going to have a championship ceremony for you here right following this heat. What a day at Canadian Western Agribition. What a ranch rodeo. What entertainment. Hammock Springs Ranch. Team number 10, Bronk Taves, 15 years of age, will be doing the roping. They're going to get his Latigo secured there. The N4 wrench. The net in red. Now that is a feisty cow. Look out. That adds a whole new degree of difficulty. Look at the way that horse and that young cowboy are handling. Rather scary. He just ran the 50-meter dash at the time that the Saskatchewan Rough Riders are looking at maybe signing him up. Yeah. It's luck of the draw, and I can tell you this. Hammock Springs Ranch drew the toughest cow they have in the cow milking. Well, I think we've seen the thrills and the chills in the wild cow milking, no doubt about it. Careful. She wouldn't mind running you over, that cow. Hammock Springs time of 1:37.3. Good job. The N4 Ranch of time of 1:01.42. So the wild cow milking, Mancota Stocklands will finish first with 33.9. Woodlands Ranching with a 34.72. The FA 7.39. B over Triangle 42. JK with a 45. Flying W 53. And you can watch them on down the line. We're going to bring back your top 4 teams for the award ceremony here quite shortly. We will tabulate and make sure we're official. We're going to have a very, very nice closing ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed the world of Ranch Rodeo. Show Champions Livestock Photography has been with us through the day. The gentleman's right over here. If you want to talk to him about getting some pictures in today's event, he'll certainly get you looked after as soon as he captures the champions as we bring them back to you. We're going to bring back our top 4 teams for a victory lap and some presentations. Going to make sure things are official. We're going to verify and make sure we're correct, and then bring back our top 4. There are $3,000 in cash and prizes to be awarding. The Championship Ranch Rodeo team will receive buckles from Troy Fisher Silverworks. Prize money will be awarded to the top 4 teams. And of course, the winner of the ranch horse competition will receive this gorgeous wool saddle pad from C Plus Saddle Pads. The final tabulations. Make sure everything's verified and correct. $3,000 for the prize money, plus the buckles for the champion. If you think you're in the top four, please stay close outside the door. Be prepared to come back in and receive your glory. Cheyenne Catley. The lady that put together this event is here in the arena, making sure our tabulations are proper. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to parade and bring back in your 4 top placing teams of the rodeo. In 4th place, we have one of the oldest established ranches in the province of Saskatchewan since 1882. The Woodlands Ranch are in 4th place today. They're going to bring their horses right back into the arena, receive their share of the prize money and the glory. Not only that, but Wyatt Catley on Tucker, the 15-year-old bay horse that he won the ranch horse competition, will receive the beautiful wool saddle pad from C+ Saddle Pads. They were stout, they were strong, they were good in each and every event. Wyatt and Bo, cousin Ty, and their mentor, Scott Lees. 3rd place in the rodeo, the V-Over Triangle Ranch. 3rd place for the rodeo, the V-Over Triangle. Yeah, Buddy Prowse, Wildrew Lang, Kelsey Bernier, and Braden Bernier. 3rd place in the rodeo. They put on a show extraordinaire. The beautiful saddle pad, the money. 2nd place at the Ranch Rodeo, the Flying W Ranch. That's Chad LeGros, John Tebow, Clint Christensen, and Jared Girardat. Second place in the rodeo, and they were in contention in each and every event all day long. Well, you can have champions and you can have dynasties. The returning and the back-to-back champions have won it again. The Mankota Stockman Way Company and the Victory Lap. Ross Davidson, Luke Ellingston, Sean Williamson, and Mr. Swanson and the Great Horse Rooster. 3 times back-to-back-to-back champions. They'll get the silver buckles, lion's share of the cash, and what's maybe more than that, the glory of being Agribition champion. The photos, the presentations, we have Miss Rodeo Canada, Miss Rodeo Agribition there, that photo op moment. At a moment,